Hello, hello, hello. Yes, I'm live on Facebook. Yay! Trying out, I've put a didymium lens here close to the camera lens, and also we got the didymium lens here over the heat shield, and seeing if it doesn't help make a difference that you can see what's going on inside the flame a little better. Never hurts to try doubling up and doubling down at the same time, right? So let's zoom in a little bit. Zoom, zoom, zoom. And today I have a piece, it's an orange piece of glass that Bruce Fowler gave me and wanted me to try out and play with. I can't remember the name of it, tangerine or something like that. Glad to see somebody showed up. What I'm going to do is basically I'm going to warm it all into one little blob and then stretch it into a nice one rod deal instead of the curvature and stuff that's going on. And if you have any questions or want to talk to me, I'm trying to get back, and it's not happening sometimes because I've been really concentrating on trying to help a friend. Hey, Grace. Four people, great. Again, what I'm going to do is I'm basically going to twist this all into one big huge blob and then stretch it out into one nice, one straighter cane anyway. Hey, Walter. Good to see you out there. Your good vibes and things that goes on in your life. Yep. Tons of things going on in my life, and one of them was not glass blowing. And finally, I got over that hurdle last night, and I went to Bruce Fowler's place up there near Raleigh, and it was great. We had some great skull sessions. Hey, Eugene. Anyway, we had some great skull sessions, and he had a chance to really sit down and melt some glass. And one of the biggest hurdles he got over was making wings, which was like 1 minute he had been saying to himself, I can't do this, and then next minute, and I tell people the only thing that stops you from doing it is you saying to yourself, I can't do that. What you should be saying is, maybe I might not be able to do it right now, but there's 1,001 ways to skin a cat. You only need one at one time to do the job that you need to do to make it work for you. And we sat down and we did a whole bunch of little things, odds and ends. And he came up with some really cool stuff. And I got a couple of good pieces from him, and we exchanged a couple of good pieces. I gave him some marbles and a couple of my quartz figurines. And we had a good old time. Great food, too. Great people. And what I'm doing is, now that I had it in a nice one blob, I'm sort of trying to stretch it out into a straighter, even, rounder rod that I can use and manipulate a little bit easier, is what I'm doing. If anybody has any questions or whatever, or an idea that they'd like to see me do, I am open to suggestions. And matter of fact, I think one of the things I'd like to try to do today, maybe not in this session, but I'm going to, why not in this session? We're going to try doing an egg, and on top of the egg, we're going to do, and it's your choice at what I do on top of the egg. I can do a dragon, I can do an elephant, I can do a frog, I can do a lizard. But you guys got to tell me what you want on top of the egg. See there? It wasn't, I could have made it into a thinner stringers, but that'll make a good size rod. Dragon, please. Okay. I can tell where your mind is. Ooh. I've got some great stuff. Hey, Cheryl. Glad to see you out there. I got this great, if I can find it real quick on my table. It was here, but had to have happened a little while ago where I saw it. Will I be able to see it again is the question. Nope. Nope, 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 that's not it. Ah, fart. There's something that I can make with it. This is what I'll do. This has some Illuminati in it. We're going to make a swirl color egg with some Illuminati in it. And then we're going to put a dragon on top of that. Sound good? It's not going to be very big. I'm talking top to bottom with the egg. Give you a little idea. And of course, a second ago I could have showed it to you. No, yeah, something in this size here. Frogs, turtles, dragons. Lou, you can make it all. Love you, brother. Yeah. Dragons have always been my favorite. Frogs, hey, I went where the money was. People ask for frogs, elephants, cats, mice, swans, bears, whales, snails, unicorns, dolphins. Funny, at the turn of the century, from 99 to 2000, nobody wanted unicorns. Couldn't even give them away. Now they're coming back. Hi, Sonia. Okay. We're just going to put some swirls. It looks like green, but it also, under UV, it will have... Matter of fact, I'm going to... Let me see. Maybe I'll put it over here. Hold on. There we go. Oh, this one will look pretty. Instead of that one. Got some nice swirls going on already. But look at that. It looks blue, but then you put the UV to it. That's some nice stuff going on. Now, this is what the egg is going to be. It's not going to be very big. It's, like I said, this is so you guys can see it from beginning to end, and I'll probably re-edit it and trying to turn it around and make it into something I can put on Instagram and TikTok. Just the way I've been going lately when I do a video. I'll put it on YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. YouTube, I put the long version. And Instagram, I put a sped up version. And also on TikTok, so that you can see it in less than 3 minutes. So, that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Okay. But I thought it would be great to have a little bit of character in the egg itself. And it coming up on Easter. Never hurts to have, you know, an egg in the demo. I know a couple of you people are saying, exactly. He knows how to shell it out. And he's not joking about it either. Yeah, all these bad puns to scramble in your brain, right? Alright. Enough with the jokes. Easy. I'm over with it. Ha 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 ha. Again, eggs are pretty easy to do. Basically, nice rounded side and a nice cone-shaped side on the other. And it's not going to be a highfalutin biggin. And I will put a pedestal on the bottom of the egg as well. Hey, Russ. Russ has been my longtime friend from when I was knee-high to a grasshopper, and the grasshopper was even taller than I was. Well, that's what knee-high to a grasshopper means, I guess. I was thinking about how we'd go over to the drugstore and buy a ho-ho and split it. And I was thinking to myself, the flavor of that ho-ho was so good. Compared to the ho-hos today, it's like so bad. Why can't they just go back to the original flavors sometimes? You know? There we go. Set that down. Now I'm going to hone this down a little bit more. As you can see, I got this nice little graphite pad. Got a whole bunch of them from Craig Junkyard on Torch Talk, and he's also on Ohio Melt. He has a lot of graphite odds and ends, different shapes, different sizes. So it's something to think about if you need some, and if you want to make your own odds and ends. Okay, I think that's about the size and shape. I'm actually going to put a punte at the other end so that I can make sure that we got a nice pedestal on the bottom of this thing before we make the dragon. And there's the egg. It doesn't look like much. Thanks, Anya. Hey, Kenneth. It doesn't look like much, but once you put it under the UV light, I guess because the egg has UV in it, I need to augment the dragon to have UV in it as well. Why stop at just one and not put it on both? Right. Okay. Okay, here we go. We're going to put a punty up here and put a pedestal at the bottom. There's several ways you can put a pedestal. I should probably have done it before I did this, but that's okay. Now, I'm actually going to narrow that down just a little bit with this little thing. There we go. That looks good. Gave a nice little, for lack of a better term, nipple. But it's a good thing. Now, that's the egg. And we're almost halfway there, believe it or not. I am going to now take some tubing, 9mm heavy wall, 9.5 heavy wall, excuse me. And I'm going to flare this out a little bit. Just by spinning, it's going to work. Just by spinning. There we go. And that'll be a nice base for this dragon. And set it down. That'll work. You know, I need to make some smaller grippers. Smaller grippers. Just because. So I can do things like this without too much trouble. There we go. Now to get the egg back into place. Yeah, I'm going to take a little bit more of that off. Down to the, closer to the base. There we go. tap it off. That was very, very gentle punty. And now I'm going to squeeze it again, see if that doesn't help straighten it out just a little bit. Still has a little bit of rustic look to it. You know, I'm not happy with that. So, that's coming off. I'll do another one. But right now I'm going to start on the dragon. Dragon's going to be pretty easy. I just got to figure out what color I want to use. With some UV glass. There's a blue. This one's blue. And this one is, oh, here it is. This one is called Lucy. I think I got a whole chunk of that somewhere. One more color. Let's see. Maybe this one. Oh, here we go. Maybe. Yeah, here we go. A nice green, but with the Illuminati in it. Something I mixed up a long time ago. It's not going to be a very big dragon, but it's going to be a dragon. And here we go. I usually start at the bottom and start curling upwards. Then I go around about 1 to 2.5 times. Like so. And then I'll go a little bit further, and then I sort of make a go away from the egg and then come back in. Like so. And add it to the top. I know I make it look easy, but come on, I've been doing this since 1982. Okay? And now, oh yeah, this is getting a little warm on the fingers, but doable. There we go. And there's the head. A little bit more. There we go. Now to go back over the whole thing and smooth out how it's all wibbly wobbly, timey wimey. And this needs to be sort of reamed out a little bit between the and there. And the head is doing good. I need this on the end of a punte because it's getting too warm for the fenders. There we are. I'm going to do some the arms, just the front arms. And I think I'm going to use some of that Luna Blue or whatever they call it. Okay, now we're going to kick down to just a little bit less. Yeah, that is the ticket. There we go. Second thought, I think I'm going to use Lucy for the trim. This is Lucy, and you can see it has a nice... Well, that's not the Lucy, that's a blue. So we're going to use that instead. Well, I use the Lucy when I got the blue in hand. So it's going to look clear, but once you put the light on it, Windex makes it shine. Right. The wings. Hold and pull. This is one of the things that Bruce Fowler learned this last week. Made a difference. I know a lot of my videos are, well, all of my videos are 2D, where you see it from, but you do see it from your hand perspective. But when he got a chance to see it from different angles, and also a little bit better what the color of the glow was in the glass, it does make a difference in making this happen, Captain. Oops. That one's flared a little bit more than the other. There we go. Now the head. Never have figured out what these things are, but I put on every one of my dragons. Antlers, eyebrows, horns, whatever you want to put it. But I do put them on all of it. All of them. Beard trim. Oops. That's what I get for not keeping it heated. I should have been doing that, and I didn't. Stressing out the glass. Picked up a little of this. And just layer it back on there. I did not go back and make sure it was melted in well, I guess. You've got to make sure that it's not just sticking to the glass, but welded in. Now let's put some dots all the way up and down the back of this thing. Not going to show up much until, again, you put it under a black light. Now the tail itself. Another bit of the fold and pull, but this time I'm going to just bring it out into a point in the back. And whip it out a little bit further. Looking good otherwise. I'll give it some nice dark blue eyes. Put them close to side by side. So we're good to go. some claws. I'm gonna give it some green claws. Why not? That's what I like about this torch. It can go from big heavy duty flame to practically nothing in no time flat. That'll look really pretty. Really pretty. Once you put it under a black light. I'll set that down and try to do another pedestal real quick. What do I do with that? There it is. Pinch it off. Start again. Blew that out. So thin that only had one side. Reamer, heat it up evenly, and flare it out. There we go. Let's do this the hard way. We're going to do cold punte in 2 places. Like so. One here. Excuse me, and one there. So that I can pull evenly. That'll work. Now to just bring it all in. Yeah, I know I have a rustic look to them, but you know what? Shows that it was handmade. Shows that it has imperfections in it. There you go. And done. Now we'll bring it up here and let you see and drop it at the time. Once it's cool, I'll do a video of it so that you can see what it looks like with the black light going on. Thanks for watching, guys. As always, Carpe Vitro. If you have any questions, comments, leave them down below. See what we can do. And enjoy your day.